In 399 BCE, the city of Athens sentenced Socrates to death. The philosopher was not executed by a tyrant. He was judged by a democratic assembly, a governance system designed to represent citizens. The decision exposed a profound truth. Even systems built for fairness can produce controversial outcomes. Centuries later, in 1215, English barons forced King John to sign the Magna Carta, a foundational moment asserting that even a sovereign ruler must be subject to law. And in 2008, the collapse of global financial institutions revealed catastrophic failures in oversight, accountability, and risk control. Across millennia, one pattern repeats. When oversight fails, governance evolves. Today, we explore the origins of governance, what governance truly is, how it emerged, how it transformed across civilizations, and why it remains one of the most critical institutional architectures in human society. Governance is not a modern invention. It is as old as organized civilization itself. Governance refers to the system of rules, practices, and processes by which authority is exercised and controlled within an institution. At its core, governance answers three fundamental questions. 1. Who has authority? 2. How is power constrained? 3. Who holds decision-makers accountable? Governance versus management. Governance sets direction, defines oversight, ensures accountability. Management executes strategy and handles operational decisions. Oversight versus execution. Oversight evaluates risk, compliance, and performance. Execution implements tasks and delivers outcomes. Policy versus control. Policy defines intention. Control ensures adherence. Scholars often describe governance through theoretical frameworks, agency theory, addressing conflicts between principals, owners, and agents, managers. Stakeholder theory, broadening responsibility beyond shareholders. Institutional theory, examining how norms shape organizational behavior. Practitioners translate these theories into board charters, committee structures, reporting mechanisms, risk frameworks. Governance is therefore both conceptual and operational, philosophical in origin, practical in implementation. Governance predates corporations. Early governance models. Ancient Mesopotamia introduced codified laws such as the Code of Hammurabi, an early attempt to institutionalize accountability. In ancient Rome, the Senate functioned as an oversight body, balancing executive authority. In Imperial China, Confucian administrative systems emphasized merit-based governance and bureaucratic accountability. Medieval developments. Feudal systems introduced layered authority structures. The Magna Carta institutionalized the principle that rulers are subject to legal constraint. The Industrial Revolution. With the rise of joint stock companies in the 18th and 19th centuries, governance shifted from monarchies to corporations. The separation of ownership and management created a structural tension. Shareholders owned enterprises, but managers controlled operations. Modern corporate governance was born from this divide. Post-crisis reforms. The Great Depression led to securities regulation. Late 20th century corporate scandals triggered governance codes. The 2008 financial crisis reshaped global risk oversight frameworks. Governance evolves in response to complexity and crisis. Governance is architecture. Its anatomy includes 1. Boards of directors. These consist of strategic oversight, executive supervision, fiduciary duty. 2. Committees. These consist of audit committees, risk committees, remuneration committees, nomination committees. 3. Reporting lines. Clear hierarchies between board, executive management, and operational units. 4. Internal controls. Mechanisms ensuring financial accuracy and regulatory compliance. 5. Risk frameworks. Structured identification, measurement, and mitigation of risk. Oversight cycles. Regular reporting, performance evaluation, independent audit, continuous monitoring. Governance is not static, it is cyclical, systematic, and iterative. Governance is not uniform. Anglo-American model, single board structure, shareholder primacy, market-driven oversight. European dual board structure, management board plus supervisory board, co-determination models in countries like Germany, state-influenced governance. In certain economies, state ownership influences board composition and strategic direction. Emerging market variations, hybrid models balancing local tradition with international standards. Supranational frameworks, OECD principles, EU directives, international financial reporting standards. Governance adapts to legal traditions, political systems, and cultural expectations. There is no universal model, only contextual application. Governance advances through failure. Corporate collapses, financial crises, and ethical scandals have exposed weak oversight, conflicts of interest, inadequate risk controls, cultural complacency. Each failure produces reform, stronger disclosure requirements, independent board mandates, enhanced audit obligations, executive compensation transparency. Governance is reactive and progressive. Its legitimacy depends on learning. Today's governance landscape faces new pressures. Digital transformation. Boards must understand cybersecurity and data infrastructure. ESG expectations. Environmental, social, and governance metrics now influence capital allocation. Stakeholder capitalism. Expanding fiduciary expectations beyond shareholders. AI oversight. Who governs algorithmic decision-making? Cross-border complexity. Multinational corporations operate across fragmented regulatory regimes. Modern governance demands interdisciplinary literacy. The future of governance may include real-time monitoring systems, automated compliance controls, blockchain-based transparency, increased regulatory harmonization, or alternatively, geopolitical fragmentation. Will governance converge globally or diverge regionally? The question remains open. Governance is adaptive architecture. Governance is not simply structure. It is the architecture of accountability. It defines who decides, who monitors, who answers. From ancient city-states to global corporations, governance has evolved alongside human complexity. It exists not to eliminate risk, but to manage it responsibly. It is not merely compliance, but institutional integrity. As you observe institutions, universities, corporations, governments, nonprofits, consider how is authority structured? How is accountability enforced? Where are the risks? How does oversight function? Understanding governance is understanding power and the systems that restrain it.